so it's harder for them to understand stuff like that. But like, I think, oh no, the main thing is just communicating with your child.
So we've talked a lot about non-romantic kind of ways. If we were to go into romantic kind of ways,
We'll definitely do like more like an episode about love,
yeah,
romantic relationships, all types of relationships. But yeah,
romantic relationships into mental health,
yeah.
how would you say romantic relationships affect mental health?
So basically, this thing I heard 5 years ago was that has stuck with me. I haven't forgotten this. Maybe even more than 5 years ago. It was that when you're in a relationship and you have an argument, it's generally because of some problem, but it's not you versus her or whatever. It's you two together versus the problem. Because generally the problem causes you two to fight, whereas you should be fighting the problem.
Instead of when you're in a relationship, romantic relationship, it's not one versus the other. It's two people combined to make one person
Versus the problem. Because like, why are you two arguing when you need a problem to be fixed? Like, let's say it's about time. You two are arguing, no, you did this and I did this. Okay, wait. But the issue is time. How do we tackle this? Because generally, because it becomes an ego battle. Okay, oh, you did this because of this. So many conclusions are made. But if you become a team, which you already are, and you notice that fact.
So there was one thing I saw on romantic relationships, that the main thing from romantic relationships that affect mental health is like cheating, not having spending time, communicating, and
Trust.
Yeah, those are the four. These four, if they don't happen, you have one of the most romantic, not even romantic relationship. You have one of the best mentalities ever, because
If you don't have those.
yeah, if you don't cheat, if
Oh,
you
okay,
don't, sorry, oh shit, actually wait,
Yeah.
if you don't cheat, if you have trust on the other person, if you communicate well, and what was the last one I said?
Damn.
I forgot, but there was four.
Yeah.
If you have these four and don't cheat, whatever, if you do like the proper thing, you have such a beautiful relationship. It's not only on a romantic level, it's just on a mentality level. You'll be able to, your worth ethic, your progress, your progression, your perseverance, and everything.
Because you're a team now. And when you have all those variables, it's crazy.
It's just like, I've seen examples, like personal examples. Like my friend, he was at a very, very low point in his life. He was struggling to do stuff. And this girl came into his life. And she like, I want to say it like, she literally held out her hand and helped him to become a better person. He is now studying at Cambridge. Wow,
Damn.
before he was getting like CCC. This girl changed his life. And I hope for the best for them. I would have mentioned your names in this, but I haven't got permission yet, so I'm not going to.
Yeah.
But the fact that she helped him that much can show how you can take someone from the most lowest point to the highest point ever. And it's the vice versa as well. You could take someone who's very high, meet the wrong person, cheat, lose trust, don't communicate, and all sorts.
But it's also like a dangerous thing because like you can't go into a relationship saying like I want to fix this person. If that's like your main notion, then it's gonna mess up. But like for example, it wasn't like her intention to fix him. That just naturally happened from having a healthy relationship.
They went from two individual people to one team.
Yeah. But if you come in with the thing of I'm gonna change this person, you're gonna have problems in it. But if you just strive to have a healthy relationship, for example, like Jay Shetty and I think his wife, they had a podcast together, and it was amazing. They talk about like their relationship and their love, and like it was a beautiful thing. Like I don't know if it's him or someone. His main thing is like when you're looking for a relationship, like you have like a list generally, not a list. Like instead of trying to have like some criteria, you become that criteria.
That you become the yeah. So I would say I agree to the point that you shouldn't have like a criteria, but there should be things that you look in for someone, because you can't change someone drastically. You can help them. You can heal their pains from previous lives or from previous exes, but you should look for stuff that you are interested as well. Before I said the reason we bonded so well is we had something in similar. We had still differences, but we had something similar. That's how we bonded.
There are like some like
things that should be there.
Exactly.
Yeah. And there's one thing that I really loved, because I don't know why Instagram's just been giving me loads of these like love reels and shit like that. And there's this one thing that I saw which is just amazing. It's an Irish blessing, so it's one that was said, like at church. It's one that you say for your vows and stuff.
Okay.
So it was, may you never steal, lie, or cheat. And then it says, but if you must steal, steal away my sorrow. If you must lie,
that one's sick.
Lie with me all nights of my life. And if you must cheat, then cheat death, because I couldn't live a day without you. that connected. Because it doesn't even have to connect romantically to me. It's the same as with you. If you must lie to me, lie away my problems. If you must cheat, if you must steal away my sorrow, make me happy.
Yeah.
Like when we go out, I'm always happy with you guys. And if you must cheat at death. I'd rather spend more time with you guys than have to go to your funeral or some shit. So, not even a romantic way. It's just so beautiful that kind of.
And once you have that set, once you have those kind of relationships,
In such a good place that nothing really gets in your way. Like before, okay, my example would have been before I met some of you guys, like before we connected like properly.
yeah,
I would care a lot about other people's opinion. I would
same.
care what they would say to me and stuff like that. But after meeting you and a few other people, I don't give a shit what they say to
Same,
me.
bro.
They can call me whatever they want, but if you call me that, then
Because we've like positively impacted each other.
if you called me that, then I'll be hurt.
Yeah, you twat.
Yeah, you dickhead, what you doing? But if you called me that, I would have been very emotionally hurt. But random or someone I don't really care about,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Plus, like we communicate better. For example, I think that's another huge thing for like relationship. Communicating, because then assumptions are going to be made. If you're constantly communicating, you're less likely to make assumptions because you know what's going through their mind.
Just being more open and more formal.
Yeah.
Not more formal, but like being more open and more honest.
Fully honest. If they're fully honest, the connection's gonna be crazy. Like, if you've been honest throughout like building a relationship,
There's not going to be any problems. Yeah.
In a good way.
And the one thing that I think people in linked to mental health and relationships, the one thing that people get wrong is they date for fun and not date for marriage. I'm not saying not everyone does this, but
This is one of the similarities in us for like,
we all date for marriage.
which is like the opposite is very common within our generation, and it's probably gonna become increasingly common.
You see how year 7s move these days.
Bro, they have 5 girl. I'm like, what? In year 7, I was thinking about Roblox, bro. What are you doing?
Their notes and it's just like, oh, Samantha, blah 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 blah. They're like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So yeah, I like that kind of thing. And also the other thing was, what was the other thing that I was gonna say? Oh, they date for fun and not like for a serious relationship for a future. And the other thing that people do wrong is they date and then try and fix all the problems. They should fix all the problems first and then go into the dating phase. There's nothing wrong. Like you can't, like if you're dating and you're emotionally connected and then you have to fix loads of problems, like their problem, my problem, her sorrow, my sorrow. It's just gonna be
For me, like I see it as like a responsibility. Like, how can I go into a relationship knowing that I have problems? I can't give the relationship justice if there's obvious problems that need to be solved before.
Yeah.
You're just not gonna. It's just peak. Like why? Because you invite her problems and you invite your problems.
If you fix them both together.
Yeah. Of course, I'm not saying you won't have zero problems even after, but I'm saying like major problems and just like personal growth. You don't want to carry that in as much.
Yeah. If you have all the issues, like the major issues solved first, you're gonna be in such a beautiful state of life that it's just amazing. Let's just say that it will
Literally.
be one of the best experiences you have. And the thing is, there's nothing to fight about anymore. There's nothing to argue about.
Of course, you will have quarrels, but it'll become a discussion rather than
a shouting match.
Yeah.
It'll be, let's talk about it tonight, or let's deal with this.
That is like relationship goals.
Yeah, that's what everyone's trying to get. That's what we're all trying to get. That's what we're trying to get to. But yeah,
There's one other thing I was gonna say.